called The Traveling Businessman and a Trustworthy Ghost, Part 1 of 6, on Between Master and Disciples, given in English on April 25th, 2021.
Do you have questions?
We have one question so far.
Only one?
Yes.
Okay. Tell me then.
Master, there is an ongoing crisis at the U.S.-Mexico border. In the first few months of Joe Biden's presidency, the number of illegal immigrants apprehended has surged, with more arrivals than any other period in the past 20 years.
Yeah.
Some say it is fueled by the perception that his administration has a more open border policy. By contrast, the former U.S. President, His Excellency Donald Trump's policies tightly restricted legal and illegal immigration and directed immigration officials to apprehend anyone in the country unlawfully. Would Master kindly share her thoughts on this issue?
Yes. President Trump wanted to regulate the immigration traffic flow from other countries to be in a more orderly manner, to protect the Americans as well as the immigrating people. The U.S. has already actually a kind of open policy, like yearly everyone can apply to live there or work there if they win the green card program. 55,000 nowadays yearly can have that chance. Plus, anyone can apply in many other ways to live and work in the U.S. openly. Open border is very good.
Yes,
But it should be done, in an organized way. Otherwise, it will be chaotic. As I have read in the news, it seems to breed a kind of crisis, at the border between USA and Mexico. Because you cannot just open the border without planning. In Europe, it's different. They have a Schengen zone where people from different countries in Europe can just go in and out of any other countries without any border, without checkpoints, without passport or any ID necessary. But they had planned many equipment and systems to put this into practice. But America and Mexico and others, like South American countries, they did not plan. So in that case, it's not very good to just let people come in like that, because you might have different people who are not qualified with maybe disease or criminal records or other kind of unpleasant things. And also, if you don't plan in advance, then you don't have like a center to screen people and to give them ID to go into the U.S. so that they can find a job or they can find their relatives. As I saw it in the news, it's kind of very chaotic. All the children squeezed together in pens, and it's almost very unkind, because people come to the United States all of a sudden, so the people at the border cannot deal with the influx so fast. And there might be not enough comfortable accommodation and not enough food. The logistic stuff, this is not very good like that. Not good for America, not good for Mexicans and other immigrants. I heard that they came all the way from even Honduras and other countries in Central America. So to open the border is very nice, very kind, and very good for any country. When you need some extra workers or you just want to be hospitable, it's very good. But in this case, when it's so chaotic like that, it's very bad for the immigrants. especially for the small children. I saw them even drop over the fence, the wall of the border, and that's very bad for them. This must be traumatic for them, and it's very difficult for the child to forget this kind of traumatic experience in their very young and tender age. And also important is in the time of pandemic, most of the borders are closed to protect the people. And at the moment, it's not favorable to open. If the children are squeezed together like that, healthy and unhealthy, that's very bad for all of them. Don't you think so?
Yes.
And also, I saw it in the news that many people are sick, like they have COVID-19, and they are just let, to go into the United States. And that might infect healthy Americans also.
Yeah.
That's very, very inconsiderate. It should not have been done this way. Yeah, it should have been more organized before the immigrants were able to come into America. Otherwise, the open border is very good. Yeah, good for the host country, good for the immigrants. Because immigrants need jobs and they will be motivated to work very hard and contribute to the country as well as for the immigrant himself. Yeah. It's just that we have to organize, in advance. Have a good place for them to stay. Meanwhile, and some doctors, some medical personnel to take care of their health when they first come, and organize the logistic situation, with food and clothing and blankets and rooms and hygiene, stuff like that. It wasn't really very organized, and that's very, very bad for the children who are sent there, especially without any parents or adult accompaniment. I don't think it's very kind. Even the intention may be good. Yes. But good intention is not everything. Good intention has to come also with good logistic arrangements. Yes. And all the preparation to welcome the guests.
Even in Europe, with this Schengen agreement in the Schengen zone, during the pandemic, borders are closed also. So the border between the U.S. and Mexico opened. I think it's not a very good idea at the moment. Besides, the mentality of European countries is maybe different from the mentality of the Mexicans and the Americans. Different expectations, different way of life. In the European Union, most of the people's standards of living are similar. Of course, there are always the richer and the less rich. But the standards of living are more or less similar between the countries in the Schengen zone. Even then, during the pandemic, they closed the borders as a prevention to protect their citizens.
Especially in the pandemic situation like we are in right now. I don't know if the border should be open like that. And that would be also encouraging the smugglers, human traffickers, or drug traffickers, all kinds of unfavorable group of people also will be mixing in. And that's no good for the host country, for America at all.
Yes, Master.
Any more questions?
Master, I thought of one recently. India is experiencing a record number of COVID infections and deaths recently.
Recently? More than before?
Yes. Hospitals are even having to turn people away, and some hospitals are even running out of oxygen, which is very worrying. I wonder why India is experiencing this unfortunate situation at the moment. I know recently one of the biggest festivals went ahead, Kumbh Mela, which attracted many thousands, perhaps even millions of people. And it still went ahead even amid the pandemic.
Yeah.
Could this be one of the reasons why there are so many infections and deaths happening at the moment?
Well, it's obvious, no?
Yeah.
Yes.
Maybe they open too early, no?
Yes.
Yes, Master.
But India is a very big country and has a big population. I think the government also doesn't want to restrict people too long, you know? Yeah. And especially it concerns the Kumbh Mela is very, very big event. And is religiously very, very important. So perhaps the government couldn't really forbid that.
Right.
India is a very religious country, and Kumbh Mela is like Mecca. Hundreds of thousands of people come every day. It amounts to millions. In this situation, the COVID infection is very easy to spread. So that probably is also one of the reasons, okay?
Yeah.
But in other countries also they have such a problem right now as well. And the COVID has mutated itself up to now, even a double mutation, double variant. And it rearranged itself to avoid the neutralization of the vaccine.
Yes, Master.
This virus is something, I told you before, it has souls in it. It's so clever. It seems to always be one step ahead of humans' intelligence and invention. I think humans don't invent quickly enough for this kind of virus. So it's just karma.
Yes, Master.
Very difficult to avoid this kind of sickness. And the thing is, it's not like many other pandemics or epidemics where you can have a vaccine and then it will go away. This one, to some people, it goes away. To some people, it doesn't go away. And the report from the authorities that they did research, and it is stated that 1/3 of the infected patients have a long recovery. Many have a long recovery, even 1 year on, and after they are still don't feel the same. They still feel this hangover from this pandemic. And they say 1/3 of the patients would have a brain problem.
They call it brain fog. So you have a hazy thinking or feeling inside your brain, so it's called brain fog.
Yeah. They also like that. 1/3 of the patients, at least. That's what they say. So it looks like it's difficult to avoid this one. Yeah?
Yes, Master.
COVID-19. Very difficult. It keeps changing its strategy, and we humans keep running after it. Keep chasing it and hunting it, but it seems like we are not in a favorable win-win situation right now.
Right.
Even double variant, my God. Any other questions? The earphone doesn't hear very well. Say something so I can hear whether or not. You're like a herd, You have herd immunity or not? I remember I saw in some film somewhere, or the aliens, when the leader or somebody says something, they always say, all together, all together, big group. I can't remember what name that is. It's a comedy about alien babies and, alien people who came and fell in love with a earthling, a woman, and stuff like that. Okay, any other questions?
No,
okay. Did you rehearse in advance? No. Because you always say, like in a group, no, Master, yes, Master. Like these, the aliens in that film. Okay, if you don't have any more questions. So I read you a story? Yes. Or not?
from the same book. I was seeing somewhere where it talks something about Solomon, saying that Solomon has another kind of Bible, but it's not written. And I was thinking, wow, just like us, eh? Yeah. In the Buddhist Sutra, they say that the real Dharma is transmitted without spoken words, without written words, without sutra, without holy writings. So probably the same, huh? They all say the same thing, huh? Your master gives you initiation, same stuff, huh? Yeah. There's nothing written in the Bible at all or in any Buddhist sutra. Huh? No. Yeah, that's what it is. Chinese, they say 教外别传, meaning outside of the scriptures. The method will be transmitted outside of the scriptures. Yes. That's what it is. And the Diamond Sutra says also, if you use the forms or the sound to understand the Dharma, the teaching, then it's not it. So that's why the initiation doesn't have any form, doesn't have any sound. Yes? Yes. Yeah. Because the form and the sound are from this world. It's not the real teaching. Only the one from heaven, direct, within yourself, and transmitted by the master. That is the real teaching, without talking. Yeah. Because you can read 1,000 sutras, can read hundreds of Bibles, or any other documents, spiritual documents, would never get you anywhere. Huh? Yeah. Never give you the experience that you want, or the experience that is spoken of in the Holy Scriptures. Spoken, but nobody can have it, except by the initiation with the real master. Yes. Everybody can read the sutra, say, oh, you can see God, you can see light, you can hear the music inside, but nobody sees anything. Nobody hears anything. Oh, you can read 1,000 sutras. It may say the same thing and describe all the experiences, but you never see anything. You can read it. Just like reading money reports on TV, but you don't have any. You know it, huh? I'm glad you laugh. It's good, it's good. It means you are enlightened. It's different, eh? Different when you're enlightened, when you're not, eh? Okay, I read you something. We talk about money. Now I'm reading you something about a business man. Just by the way, is it right here? This is about a traveling businessman and a ghost, a trustable ghost. You can say that? Means you can trust him.
Trustworthy.
Trustworthy. Thank God I talk to you sometimes. Otherwise, I don't know human language anymore. Sometimes I still need to deal with many things in Chinese. And I say to them, oh, lucky that I can speak some Chinese. Because not everything can be, how I say, written and sent by email.
Yes, Master.
Yes. Sometimes confidential, sometimes they have to explain, sometimes it takes too long to write, so I have to still speak in Chinese, and it's good so, otherwise I forget. Just now we did some meditation and prayer for the vegan world, huh?
Yes, Master.
Were you in?
Yes, Master.
I mean, really in your heart?
Yes, Master.
Yeah, I was crying so hard. I was crying so much. Yes. And I told all the heavens that they have to do something.
because in the physical world, I have some limitations. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
I told them they have to put all their power together and do something to help the animals. I told them, don't help me. Don't need to help me. Whatever happens to me, it happens. Just help the animals. They suffer so much. And in turn, they make humans suffer so much too. Oh, I was crying my heart out with heaven. I wonder if you heard me. Did you hear me? No, huh? You're too busy in Samadhi, right? No, I'm sure you are sincere. I'm sure you're sincere. It's good. Just to let you know that I'm not over that yet. Huh?
Yes, Master.
Actually, I don't need this. I hear you well. Oh, I did plug it in, but it doesn't work. Just making more trouble. All right, I still put it on so that whoever bought it feels happy. Yeah. Yeah, I feel satisfied, you know, like he's done some good thing. I feel boom, boom, boom inside. All right, here comes. A rich man has a son whom he loved immensely with all his heart. But one day, the son came to talk to the father, talk to this rich man, saying, "Father, I have never gone away from home to do any business yet. Nowadays, I see that you are not very young anymore. And should it happen that one day you have to leave this physical world, then I worry that at that time I will not be able to do any business, as I will not have had any experience then." So the father said to the son, "Yeah, you're right. Is it true that I and your mother both are very old now, but we are very wealthy? Yeah. And except for you, no one is here to take care of both of us," meaning the father and the mother. Yeah. "So is it better, I think, that you stay here with us? You don't need to do any business. Why would you want to leave me and your mom and go away?" So the son replied. He insisted that he already, decided. He said to the father, "I'm already determined in this direction." And the father said, "Oh, so be it then. Okay, now you take 100 gold pieces and then go wherever you want to go, and then buy and sell anything that you would like to. But you must remember, never do any business with someone else," meaning he should just be independent and do all the transactions all by himself. The son took the money and left. He went with the ship to the other side of the sea to see other countries. Yes. Over there, he bought, sold, until he earned a big sum of money. Yeah. And he himself became very rich. Well, that's typical of children. They want to be also something, yes? To be like independent and able, yes? Successful.
Yes, Master.
It's okay, so. And why not? It's just the parents felt that they are rich enough and the son doesn't have to go anywhere. But, children, when they're grown up, they like to make adventures and be themselves, independent and feel like grown up and successful. All right. And then he heard that there was a very big land somewhere very far away. And over there may be better opportunities for business. So he also packed up and went there. Before he went into the capital of that country, he saw a farmer plowing the field.
Yes, Master. Yes.
So he said hello and wished him well and all that. And then the farmer responded to his courtesy, also wished him well. You know, like in the Arab countries, when you see them, they will say, peace be on you. Yeah?
Yes, Master.
Assalamu alaikum. Something like that. Yes?
Yes, Master.
Maybe my Arabic is not that good, but that's what I heard. And then also like in England or America, when you see somebody, not all of them do that to a stranger, but some people will say, hi, how are you? And the other will say, hey, I'm okay. And you? Something like that. Yeah. How are you, by the way? I forgot.
Good. Very good.
I was lost in all this technical stuff.
Yes, Master.
My table, it doesn't look like anything that I have ever imagined in my younger life. My goodness. Okay. Just maybe you can see something. Can you see anything? No?
Yes, Master.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I room them. I room a lot already. There are a lot more everywhere else. A lot. Hidden. I'm a very tidy person, but but in this case, I gave up, because so much stuff. Yeah?
Yes, Master.
Yes, Master.
It takes up the whole table. And I'm glad that I could even put my book, but it's on top of many wires. Oh, thank you. What are you doing? The camera wants to go away to do business or something? You better stay here, take care of me. I'm alone, yeah? We don't need to do business. Yes, we are rich enough. I'm a very tidy person, but this is beyond my housekeeping talent. Before, I could not see the wires anywhere, and I tried to hide them or organize them so that they're not seen. But now I just give up. I just whatever. I let it be. And they even threatened to buy more stuff for me. Oh, my dear. So the traveling businessman told the farmer thus, in this city, in this capital city, do you know anyone who is trustworthy? The farmer told him about one person, such and such, and say, oh, if you even have 1,000 gold pieces, you would feel peaceful to give it to that person to take care of it for you. So he was very happy. The traveler thanked the farmer and then asked the way to go to that trustworthy person. When he got there, he introduced himself to this trustworthy person, and then he said to him, sir, I have heard that you are a very, very trustworthy person. At the moment, I have with me a very, very big sum of money. I would like to have somebody take care of it. If you would be so kind, I would be happy to entrust it to you. And 1 year after, I will come back to get it. So the trustworthy person said, oh, yeah, sure, you can. You go to... Why are you laughing?
Of course he would say that.
Okay. He said, sure, can do. You just go to my office over there, and in my office there is a big safe. You can put anything there you want. And then the traveling businessman did as he was instructed. He put
his money, gold pieces inside the safe, locked it, and then took the key with him. It sounds like a bank, huh?
Yes, Master.
You put things in the safe, huh?
Yes, Master.
And take the key with you. I never did it. I don't know, but I saw they do it. People do that. I don't have enough to have to do that. Not enough. Not much. Actually, even if I had it, we would use it somewhere anyway.
Yes.
I don't take care of money that much. Some, but the rest, others take care. Yeah?
Yes, Master.
Yes.
In our group. Yeah. There are people who take care of this and that. Thank God. Otherwise, I don't think I could sit here if every day I have to keep counting money and put it in the safe like that, boy. Then I think my table would be more crowded than this right now. Full of gold, gold pieces. In the old time, people use gold as currency, eh? Yes.
Yes, Master.
Yes.
Gold and silver and copper and stuff like that. Maybe gold for $1,000, yeah, and silver for maybe 500, and copper for 200, and zinc or whatever, not like change, small ones, coins, maybe like that. Yes, my God, poor people in the old time. Imagine you carry $1 million with you. In gold. And they didn't have cars like we have nowadays, eh?
Yes. Yes.
And poor horses.
Yes, Master.
Yeah.
Poor horses who had to carry rich people and their gold and silver and whatnot. Oh, man. Aren't you glad you are in this period of our earth lifetime? Huh?
Yes.
Paper is also heavy if it's a big sum, but it's not that heavy like gold and silver, eh?
Yeah, right, Master.
We're lucky. And we have cars even. Things are lighter and we have cars. And before things were heavier. And before they also have like pots made with the earth, yeah?
Yes, Master.
Yeah.
Or copper and stuff like that. To put the things inside, yeah?
Yes, Master.
Or to put water and to put rice and food and whatever. Oh, man. I feel sorry for the horses who had been born in those times. Don't you?
Yes, Master.
And imagine if you go somewhere and you cannot get a horse cart. What do you do with all that, huh? To carry money with you is already a big problem. With all this gold, silver, copper, zinc, aluminium, whatever that is. Yes. So then, this traveling businessman took the key with him and went to other cities in that big, huge country and continue to sell, buy, and then earn a lot of money. Yeah. Wow. Don't you feel like itchy? Don't you feel like wanting to go some big country like that? No. Huge country. Like America, Russia, Spain, yeah? Make money, no?
No,
not for us.
No. Not interesting. We don't know if we will stay that long here, right?
Yes.
Who knows about the world or about the karma of people? But let's not be so unpositive. Yes. Actually, I have never been so unpositive before, but the negative things still happen to me. Yeah. Then I begin to doubt whether or not I am positive enough. But for an ordinary person or an ordinary disciple, to be positive is good. Okay?
Yes,
Yes.
Master.
But for a master, it doesn't matter if you're positive, negative. Things happen the way it should happen. Okay?
Right.
Yes, Master.
Like, yeah, you can see all the masters. They are the most positive, right?
Yes, Master.
Like Lord Jesus, Lord Buddha, Lord Mahavira, but the things still happen to them.
Yes, Master.
But for the disciples, they are very positive and good things always happen to them. Lucky. Yeah. It's better than nobody has good things happen to them, right? Yeah.
Yes, Master.
So it's only the Master, when no good thing happen, then it's okay. Only one person. It's all right. All right. So after 1 year, he returned to the capital of that country. On the way, he saw a person who was opposite him. And then he asked that person whether or not he knew the person that he had entrusted his money to. So the opposite direction person said, yeah, I know him. I know him, but he is not alive anymore. You should be alive, man. You just sat there. Wait for me to direct you like a film. Open your mouth. You know, show some surprise or something. Even when I went to the theater to see movies, I was more alive than you. You're not supposed to make noise in the movies, but I could never help myself. I was all excited or sad or say, huh? No. I always commented on the movies. And I even criticized the character. He said, you bad boy. and sometimes the movies go in front of me, or they look at me. I said, okay, sorry. And then I did it again. So I always went early so that I could sit right in the front or right at the back. See what I'm saying? Or wherever was the most empty. Or I put the toothpick in my mouth, yeah? So I can watch a movie without talking. But then I forgot. And the toothpick fell on the ground. And I cannot pick it up again. It's so dirty, Yeah. I'm all real, I focus on something that I'm so intense. Yeah. So after hearing the other person tell him that bad news, he broke out in sweat, feeling so bad, rubbing his head and lamenting. But the other person from the opposite direction that he encountered said to the traveling businessman, oh, don't worry. Yeah, let me tell you, everything will be well with the God's blessing. Believe that, okay? The traveler half believe, half still crying kind of, and he didn't know what to say. So the opposite direction person said to him, let me tell you, in our capital here, we have a custom. That is, after somebody dies, 1 month later, he will return home. At that time, the soul, the soul of the deceased will appear in the house and sit on a chair that is placed in the middle of the house. And then all the families and clan members and even neighbors and friends will come to greet him and ask him about their relatives and friends who have been dead before that. Yes. And even the debt collectors, to whom people owe money, will also come. And then the soul of the deceased that return home after 1 month
will direct the family members to whom to repay the debt, how much, and all that. The one that you have mentioned has been dead for only 3 weeks ago. So within 1 week, he will come back home. So next week, you can come to his house and ask about the money that you have entrusted to him, or any other things you want to ask. And then you will be answered. You will be satisfied.
Right. Yes, miss.
Okay. So after hearing this, the traveling businessman became more frightened. Me too. I'm scared. Ghosts. My God. He was more frightened and told the other person, the native, said, I have never in my whole life heard anything about somebody who died already and came back and talked to friends and family in the daylight like that. But the native, told him in a very assuring manner, here we have this event all the time, okay?
Yes, master.
Yes, master.
So after that, the native went his way, and the traveling businessman entered the capital. Yeah. He stayed there for 1 week. And then 1 month after that trustworthy person died, the traveling businessman went to his house. And do you know what he saw? Guess.
Ghost.
Huh?
Ghost.
Ghost?
Or the soul of the guy.
Okay. So the dead man appeared.
Oh.
Sat on the chair in the middle of the house. Looked exactly like somebody who is still alive. Look like you now, sitting on the chair like that, in the middle of the room. Are you ghost or are you human?
We're not sure.
Are you still alive? Are you sure? Yes. You sure? Yes. Pinch yourself. Okay, just to wake you up. I'm not sure if you're still there or you are alive but half in somewhere else. I don't know. Okay. Did you pinch yourself?
Yes.
It hurts?
Yes.
Yeah, then you are still there. I cannot trust you otherwise. Yeah. And at the same time, all the family members and friends and neighbors were surrounding him, the ghost. Then they were questioning him about their own family members or friends, or relatives on the other side of life. You know what I'm saying, right?
Yes,
master.
The deceased persons. So the one that returned home, the ghost, when returned home, guarantee with all of them that their family members, relatives, and friends were very peaceful on the other side of the world, and all was well with them. After he answered all the questions of all the people who gathered there, the traveling businessman went near him and asked, Sir, today is over a year since I entrusted my money to you and put it in the safe, in your office. And the key I still have here. I want to return the key to you now. And would you please return the money that I entrusted to you? The ghost said, yeah, please go outside and find my wife and bring her here. So he went out and looked for his wife and brought her in. And then the ghost said to his wife, didn't I
tell you that if this young man returned to our house because of his possessions that he has entrusted, you should have given it to him, provided that he has the key for the safe. I told you that, didn't I? So the woman said to the ghost, I swear to you that since you told me that up till now, I have never seen this young man come to our house. So the traveling businessman told the ghost, oh, yeah, your wife is right. Up to now, I have never come here and asked about my money. So the ghost said to his wife, okay, now you go quickly to take the money out, take everything out, whatever he put in there, and return it to him. You must make sure that everything is still there and return to him intact. So the wife said to the businessman, come with me. Take everything from the safe that you have put in there. So he went with her. After that, he said goodbye and left the house. But after he left the house, he was thinking to himself, I don't feel very well about all this. I have to really investigate and find out how come in this city whoever dies come back 1 month afterward and appears in the house like that.
Yes.
Yeah. He thought to himself like that, and then he hid himself in some obscure area, and then he waited for the ghost to come out of the city gate. When he saw him, he grabbed his clothes and told the ghost, in the name of God, tell me, who are you? Are you really the person that I entrusted my money to? If you are really that person, then tell me what is special about this city that everyone who dies returns to the house and appears like that. The ghost said to him, hey, release me quickly. You cannot keep me here. I must go quickly. I am not allowed to stay here 1 more minute. Yeah, so the businessman said to the ghost, but you have to tell me everything. Then I will let you go. So the ghost said, I wonder how can he grab the ghost? For what we know, the ghosts don't have any physical form, right? Yeah. Or maybe he can appear in a physical form for that moment, yeah? Yes. But normally the ghosts can have some magic power or stuff like that.
Yes.
Oh, this ghost useless, eh? Maybe he doesn't do anything. No wonder people just trust him because he never does anything to anybody. Okay, maybe he just knows how to keep the safe. Yeah. So the ghost said to him, okay, I will tell you. As you saw now, I am a ghost. I'm allowed to cheat the citizens in this city. They asked me about their families and friends and relatives' welfare in the other world. Yes. And I will tell them everything is okay. They are at peace and happy. But in reality, they are being burned in hellfire because of their sin. Job himself was thinking of these hell people when he said to God, you make all the countries become great, and you will also destroy them all. You make them become important, and you will also make them ruined. That's what Job said. You know, Job is one of the personages in the Bible, yeah?
Yes.
We talk about that later. I'll finish this first. Yeah. So after that, the traveling businessman returned home to his own country with all the money and possessions that he had earned. The parents were so overjoyed to see him again. And from then on, the whole family lived in happiness. End the story. Job himself was thinking of these hell people when he said to God, "You make all the countries become great, and you will also destroy them all. You make them become important, and you will also make them ruined." That's what Job said. You know, Job is one of the personages in the Bible, yeah?
Yes.
We talk about that later. I'll finish this first. Yeah. So after that, the traveling businessman returned home to his own country with all the money and possessions that he had earned. The parents were so overjoyed to see him again. And from then on, the whole family lived in happiness. End the story. Job is one of the personages in the Holy Bible. The story in the Bible talks about a very rich person named Job. He was very faithful to God. He feared God and believed in God strongly. Even during any of the calamities that he encountered in life, such as twice his house was burned and all his property was gone. His family all died. Wife and children all dead. He still had strong faith in God and believed that whatever God has arranged has purpose. So he has never lost faith in God.
Right.
This is kind of a story to explain how come good people, virtuous people, often encounter suffering. And bad people, not just bad people, of course, but like villains,
Yes.
never have any trouble. But it's not true. There are also some bad people who've been punished, huh? Yeah?
Yes,
Okay. But people don't see that. They see something else. They see like some wicked people, how come they are prosperous, you know, famous and glorified even, or in a high position, stuff like that. So they mostly complain, say good people don't have luck. You know, bad people are glorified. Okay, now, that's it, huh? Just to tell you who Job was. Okay, it's done now. Ooh. Will you be sleeping well tonight? Can you still go to the bathroom alone? Or you need your colleague to accompany you? Don't worry, I'm also alone, okay? Yes. I don't know if I can ask anybody to come accompany me. Nobody around. Nobody near. Not even dogs, so we are the same. We are in it together, yeah? Yes. If you're afraid, you call your master, yeah? If I'm afraid, I think of you that's calling me, so we have company. You see that? People die, they don't enjoy heaven and are not all well. Like sometimes the relatives and friends who are still alive think, yeah? It's not like that. Lucky are some who are like rescued by some maybe good practitioners or master or something like that, or who are not in hell, yes? Then maybe sometimes relatives and friends can contact them
Rarely though, rarely though. Most are just fake.
Yes.
Faked by some medium in some dark room, just faking the relatives and friends to answer them, just for entertainment or earning money. But if somebody who is staying above the astral world, most people, if they don't do anything good, and they cannot go to heaven, well, they cannot. They must go to hell first. Long or short, depends. And other people who may be lucky can go to this so-called astral city above the astral planet, similar to the film that we have seen, yeah?
Yes, Master.
It is true like that. As I told you already, between different levels of consciousness, there is a buffer zone, yeah?
Yes, Master.
Very big, very big. And great practitioners or masters, they can create cities or countries there, or place or heaven for their followers or some good people who are connected with them to go there and live. So they don't have to go to hell.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know why I wanted to read you that story. But this traveling businessman is very brave, huh?
Yes, Master.
Would you dare to grab a ghost like that?
No, Master.
Let me try. Stop. Tell me who you are. Tell me now. I won't let you go. Any question concerning that? Any comment? No good? No good. Then it's good. Then it's good. I just want to scare you, but you're not scared at all, huh? It doesn't look to me like you are scared. No, huh?
We have a master.
Because you live together, that's why. That's the secret of your bravery. Huh?
Yeah, true.
If you live alone like me, I'm not sure. All right. I also won't go out at night, though. No. Not because I'm afraid of ghosts. Guess why I don't go out at night? Tell me if you are right. I'll read you the next story next time.
Master's more afraid of humans than the ghost.
Who said that? Right hand? I don't even see your face anyway, so I don't know who is who. Very good. Next time I read the next story to you alone. Very good answer. Yes. I'm more afraid of humans than ghosts. Yes. I have to always take care of myself. But one day, there will be a day. Sometimes I'm afraid, sometimes not. It depends on the energy, the sense, or that's around, or something still up or not. I could be living alone in a desert or mountain. I never feel afraid. Unless there's something else, that makes me feel afraid, influences me. Like if the hunters are around, shooting around, and all the animals are very frightened.
Yes.
And I feel also frightened. Yeah. But that doesn't mean I run away. I would just stay there. I just had this feeling of fear. Okay? Yes.
Yes, please.
Yeah. It's too near. Yes. All right. Even if I want to talk to you like this, I have to consult with heaven whether or not it's safe tonight. Yeah. I wanted to talk to you 3 nights ago. But it wasn't safe. So I waited until today. I say today is okay. Anyway.
Thank you, Master.
Thank you, Master.
You're welcome. You're welcome. I was sometimes forgetful of the date, because sometimes I work at night or meditate at night a lot, and then I forgot the time. When I saw, last night, okay, after 12 it's Sunday.
Yes, Master.
Now it's Monday already, right?
Yes.
But after maybe 2-3 o'clock already in the morning, I had to go look for something. And I turned on the flashlight of the cell phone, yes. And I saw it say Sunday 25th. It was Sunday 25th yesterday, right?
Yes, Master.
Okay. And then that's the day I'm supposed to talk to you. And I was thinking, oh my God, I passed it. What to do? How can I be so forgetful? But then today I realized, no, it was just the beginning. And then I immediately called you guys and said, prepare, we make a conference before it's too late. Yeah.
Thank you, Master.
Why? For what?
Calling us.
Huh?
Talking to us.
Talking to us.
Thank you for talking to us.
Yeah.
I thought you said for nothing to us. Oh, your master is getting old, man. He's pretty old now. Why is it too much work, I'm like a forgetful professor or something. Lucky I don't forget you yet. Don't think I forget you, okay?
Thank you, Master.
Thank you, Master.
You're not that lucky. I mean, you're not that lucky that I already forget you. Okay.
Very lucky.
Oh, forgot. I want to say something. You see, in this story, the ghost even told, and truthfully, that most people who die suffer in hell. Because very rare we have some virtuous and morally incorrupted person.
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
Master.
And to eat meat and all that is already a sin, already sinful, and already punishable by law, universal law. I really want to plead with all the religious leaders. You must make a good example. You must be a vegan now. Then God will forgive. Otherwise, truly, you will go to hell. I mean it. Like everyone else. If you continue to eat meat, drink wine, and even just to eat meat, not drink wine, is already sinful enough to be punished in hell for a long time. We can put the hotline or the talk of the sister from China about hell.
徒儿可以证实师父说吃肉会下地狱是真实的。有一天午夜打坐完毕，内在师父跟我说，你应该下地狱去学习当佛菩萨，并帮助那里的众生。内在师父用无上大力量保护等级还不够的我下了地狱，让徒儿没有任何灼伤之感或是恐惧感。地藏王菩萨带我去一处地狱，此处罪人被强迫在一个形如水车般的大黑铁轮上面拼命的快跑，如果跑得跟不上铁轮转动的速度，就会掉到下面用烈火煮着的沸腾汤锅里煮碎了。我照师父指示念了师父传的五圣号与7戒礼物，轮上的众生因师父大力量就脱身跪在我的面前。我问他们为何会堕入这个地狱，他们说因为生前吃很多人们追捕而来的鱼和动物的肉，这些动物们被追捕的时候惊慌逃命，却无处可逃，被抓到后又被杀，放进汤锅里把肉煮烂来吃，所以我们吃了动物的肉就堕入汤锅地狱，被罚一直不断的逃跑与被煮熟。我开导他们说，吃肉的业障极为深重，大家都是不知道吃肉后果如此可怕才敢吃，并叮嘱他们以后转身一定记得要吃纯素与做好事。罪人就跟师父超生去了，但是在说话的同时，又看到很多裸体的新来的吃肉罪人从上面一个接一个堕入地狱，所以经典才说地狱不会空。 此时，我的肉身左手背突然有一种痛感，查看之下，发现我的左手袖子无形中变得很宽大，里面有好多地狱众生被装在里面救出来了。原来地狱众生也能被缩小带出来。惊讶之余，思及师父与地藏王菩萨如此帮助罪苦众生，实在太慈悲伟大了，就瞬间回到地狱，赞颂起两位大圣者。才刚赞颂了2-3句，就听到哐当哐当的巨响，原来是附近几个地狱的铁墙都因此而崩垮了。而且地狱原本黑黑的地上涌出了纯净明亮的泉水，形成了一个莲花池。从这池子里迅速开出了好多白莲花与金莲花，莲花越变越大，光辉美丽。地狱也能生金莲花，都因我们挚爱的青海无上师与地藏王菩萨无量的大力量、大功德，实在不可思议。
It's not enough that you wear the monks or nuns robe and just, every day doing some not very useful rituals, taking donations, having a comfortable church or temple to live in, and being revered by the faithful. You must turn around, be vegan. No more meat, no more animal products. Otherwise, you cannot escape hell. In my honor, in the name of God, I tell you the truth like that. Even if you feel offended, even if I risk my safety to tell you, the leaders of religions, I have to tell you, in the name of God. It's not enough just to learn some ritual by heart and just repeat what is in the Bible or the sutra. People trust you to lead them to the righteous way. Not only you have to be vegan, you must also advise your followers, the faithful, to do the same. Must be vegan. No more killing indirectly. The poor innocent animals that God made, the animals are also God's children and shall not be destroyed. The animals are helpers of humankind. In the Bible, it even says all that. Ask the birds, they will show you. Ask the fish, they will instruct you. Ask the animals, they will tell you. They will advise you. So they are some beings to be respected, to be loved, at least to be friendly with. It's not for us to eat, to torture in such a barbarous way. And if you eat them, these torturously killed meats, you condone this practice, and you are an accomplice. I am telling you, as a friend, as a faithful, as a person who respects, loves God, as a person who loves human beings and animals, as a person who cries every day and night for their suffering. I'm not spending idle time talking to you like this. I must warn you that hells are awaiting you if you don't turn around now and stop eating meat of the innocent animals. We, even no priests, even ordinary people, we humans, a humane human, should never enjoy at the cost of suffering of any others. God says, thou shalt not kill, and that never fails. That law of the universe is everywhere correct and just. No one can escape that. As you sow, so shall you reap. Just because you don't see the animals suffer just because you don't kill the animal. Doesn't mean you don't partake in the sin thereof. People trust you. You must advise them to go the compassionate way, the way Jesus walked, the way the Buddha taught, the way Guru Nanak Dev Ji showed to us, the way Prophet Muhammad, peace be on him, taught us. All the masters say the same. Lord Mahavira did not even want to eat the fruits even. And we are allowed to eat fruits and vegetables and in plenty. We are not short of food, of nutrition. We should not kill just to enjoy. This is wicked. This is against God. That's against your mission, against the robe that you are wearing, which is the holy robe, the representative of holiness, of heavens, of God. You have to live the way our masters taught us, like Lord Jesus, Lord Buddha, Lord Mahavira, Guru Nanak Dev Ji, the Prophet Muhammad, peace be on him, the Prophet Baha'u'llah, etc., etc. I have no more tears to show you. I cannot take out my heart to show you how sincere I am and how broken it has been over and over again because of the suffering of humans and animals. The suffering of animals affects humans, and thus humans also suffer. You are the representative of heaven. You're supposed to walk the way of heaven, of compassion, of love, of benevolence, of mercy. Then all that will come to you the day you leave this world, the day you discard your robe to go back to heaven. Otherwise, you go to hell. And I guarantee that. You know I mean it. And you know it is true. So you turn now. I wish you the best. In God's mercy and love. And I love you, all of you. Please, you turn. Thank you. Thank you, all of you, for helping in this mission to save the animals.
Thank you, Master.
Thank you, Master.
Thus save the world as well. Save humans from this bad karma. Because every time I saw them suffering on TV, I cannot help crying my heart out. Thank you, really, from my heart. God bless you.
Thank you,
Master. We love you, Master.
I really want to talk to you every day or read to you every day to refresh your practice and to encourage you to go on, continue with the hard job and to have continuous faith in God. But it's not always possible, so we do when we can, okay, huh?
Yes, Master.
I just would love to, just that we all have work to do and also not always favorable to talk, okay, huh?
Yes, Master.
So now I wave goodbye.
Bye, Master.
Love you forever.
We love you, Master.
Thank you to you also that you are a good kid.
Thank you, Master.
See you next time.
See you.
Love you.
Love you, Master.
Forever and ever we meet together beyond all frontiers, beyond sorrow.